probably in context of limitations, the most significant change that the Commissioners have recommended relates to the Barrhill Chertsey Irrigation scheme. There are two significant irrigation schemes operating, the Rangatata Diversion RDR scheme and the Barrhill Chertsey scheme. I think there are others. But the Commissioners have decided, and the Council has accepted this decision today, that the Barrhill Chertsey consent, which operates to take and use water, which operates wider than the Hinds catchment, and goes further in the Ashburton zone, is not to be treated as part of what's called in legal terms the consenting environment for the purposes of enabling that activity to continue. Barrhill Chertsey has a consent to a discharge permit as part of its scheme provisions that is due to expire in 2018, and the result of this finding will be that in 2018 it will not be able to renew that discharge permit, except to the extent of such areas that are provided with water by the scheme as at the 15th of February this year. Beyond that, if any further land is provided with water from this scheme in the Hinds area, they won't have a discharge permit after it expires in 2018. So that is the significant limitation.
So current customers will be still able to get water? Yes,
current customers who already have water will be able to continue, yes.
But no new consent?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, not new takers of water or people who get supply from Barrhill Chertsey and through the Barrhill Chertsey discharge consent. They will have to get their own discharge consent after that 2018 date. And that might not be all that easy under the rules as they are now shaped in the plan.
David Cagle here. Can I sort of add a thought on this subject that I think is quite important? The rules aren't saying that the Barrhill Chertsey scheme can't supply water to people.
Right.
They don't say that.
No.
In fact, they don't talk at all about who can supply water.
Yeah.
They simply talk about who needs consent in what conditions. What Commissioner Skelton's been talking about is a rule that's come from the hearing process which limits Barrhill Chertsey's ability to get a discharge consent beyond a certain period of time.
Uh-huh.
If they had been able to extend that discharge consent, that would likely have meant that their customers didn't need consents of their own. Okay? Now, they will need consents of their own. They'll be subject to the rules that apply in relation to those consents. But nothing in this decision prevents them continuing to be, or becoming for the first time, customers of Barrhill Chertsey. That is not a matter that is governed by these rules.
And the reason for that, of course, is that these decisions that are made today can't affect the lawful exercise of the existing discharge permit directly. They have to wait until that permit runs out. So that's probably the major outcome in terms of change from the plan as publicly notified, I think.
How will the Barrhill Chertsey decision impact on the Hinds Drains area, the farmers down there?
I'm not sure directly about that.
Yes. At very least, I'd say at this moment, that's not clear.
Yeah.
It's possible that the right answer is that it may not impact at all, but don't take that as anything more than speculation on my part. What needs to happen, and I'm sure will happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks, is that people will now have the opportunity to read through the decision very carefully. This is an important matter, but it's also a complex matter, and I'd encourage everybody to take their time, read it through carefully. We're going to have a series of at least 3, possibly 4 public meetings about it. If people are able to come along to those meetings, then I'd encourage them to do so that we can work through the meaning and the implications of the decision over the next 3 weeks.